Okay, so I've come to the end of the first stage of my FMP, and I think overall it went pretty well. There were a couple of things that I could have done better, and one of them was time management. So I spent a lot of time trying to come up with my concept. I would come up with different concepts. At one point, I was thinking about doing a drama about a teenage boy who's suppressing his sexuality and how he deals with that in everyday life. And then at one point, like complete other ends of the spectrum, I thought about doing a horror about some people being stuck in the woods because there's some kind of creature hunting them down. So there were like loads of different ideas I was floating around with. And then I eventually came up with this concept, which was the first one that I was actually excited to do. And it was, about this guy who's woken up, realized that he's the only person left in his neighborhood, in his local town. The whole place is shut off through this like transparent dome. And he doesn't know what's happened. He doesn't know if everyone's dead. He doesn't know if he's being kidnapped, if it's a simulation. And he's just going about trying to survive and work out what's going on. Along the way, certain things happen that make him question what's going on. But anyway, back to the context. So I wrote a rhythm reflection blog to start with, and that really helped me realize what skills I've learned on the course that I can utilize to put into my FMP. So that was helpful for the planning stage. And then I made some mind maps. I think they could have been more detailed, if I'm honest, but I got to the point where I needed to almost rush the context section because I wanted to move on to research so I'd keep in line with my project schedule. So I think I could have annotated them better, and the design could have been slightly more interesting, but yeah, I can't do anything about that now. Mood boards. I made some mood boards, some that show inspiration of films inspiration I've got from films that have inspired my concepts. Or there was one where it's data visualization that shows ideas that I could do for infographics in my research section with my results from my questionnaire. I wrote a statement of intent, which I got some feedback from my tutor, and she said it was good, so I was glad with that. I made a project schedule sheet that I'm gonna try and stick to along the way. It's really helpful for allocating different time to different tasks and realizing how long is this task gonna take? How long is filming gonna take me? How long is editing gonna take me? How long will a case study take me? So I think I've allocated the time quite well for the different tasks. I made a pitch, which I recorded on Skype. I think it was Skype or Microsoft Teams. And I think it was pretty good. I covered everything that I wanted to talk about. I did a questionnaire beforehand to give some data in the pitch, just about, I asked people what the best running time for a short film was, and the results were pretty much all 5 to 10 minutes, which I was glad, because that was what I was hoping to do anyway. And yeah, I had some feedback from my tutor, Georgiana, on my pitch, and she said it was good. And I was glad, because I'm not usually very good at talking about, like, selling my idea to someone. So I was glad that my concept came through in the pitch. I made a project proposal, which was helpful to finally finalize what I'm doing and almost force myself to be like, yes, this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to change my mind now. It's in the project proposal. So yeah, that was helpful. And yeah, I think overall it's it's gone pretty well. I really need to work on my time management if I want to make the deadline, because I did feel a bit rushed towards the end of context, and I'm planning on setting myself days where I'll write on a notepad or something, and I'll allocate different hours to different tasks. So then I don't end up spending, say, 4 hours on coming up with questions for a questionnaire or something like that. So yeah, I've got some ideas of, I know what I need to do to change to make it better for research. So I'm hoping that I'll stick to my project schedule, and hoping that, yeah, this will all help with the next section and production and so on.